The series commences with the climactic men's basketball match between Sarin High School and their rivals, featuring our main character, Da-Young, as one of the promising players tasked with carrying the team. The game is pivotal for securing scholarships, with university scouts in attendance. In a pre-game flashback, Da-Young's girlfriend, Da-Jung, wishes him success, concealing her worry. Upon insistence, she discloses her pregnancy, leaving Da-Young shocked. Despite this revelation, he proceeds to play the game. In the present, Da-Young's team is losing, and he discovers Da-Jung is not in the audience. Acting on impulse, he leaves the game to console her. Ignoring pleas from the coach and audience, Da-Young rushes outside, meeting Da-Jung to convey her importance in his life. The revelation unfolds that he left the game due to Da-Jung's pregnancy. Subsequently, they marry, and Da-Jung gives birth to twins, Shia and Shae-woo. Their lives center around providing for the family and caring for their children. The narrative shifts 18 years later, with Da-Young residing in his millionaire friend, Go Deok-jin's house. His relationship with Da-Jung is strained, nearing divorce. Despite limited education, Da-Young works as a washing machine repairman, while Da-Jung pursues a career as a media anchor. The twins attend the same high school their parents did. Although Da-Young doesn't live with them, he maintains a loving relationship, frequently taking them out for lunch. In the workplace, Da-Young anticipates a promotion, but is unexpectedly passed over. Enraged, he confronts the manager, revealing insults about his family and lack of education. In a fit of anger, Da-Young resigns. Later, he encounters a booklet proposing a way to get younger and expresses interest. Visiting an old customer, he notices the booklet again, responding with a faint yes to the question of wanting to get younger. Later that night, Da-Young goes to the high school basketball court, reminiscing about his past ambitions. Attempting to score a basket, he prays to become young again. After several failed attempts, he succeeds on his last try, magically transforming into a younger version of himself. Unaware of the transformation, he enters a nearby superstore, where he encounters a young Da-Jung working at the counter. Believing she is his daughter, he scolds her for not informing her parents. Shia, however, views him as a stranger, leading Da-Young to realize he has become young. Utterly disbelieving, he heads to his friend Go Deok-jin's apartment, where his friend fails to recognize him. An attack with game gadgets ensues, and Da-Young notices a high school picture, comparing it to the young boy. To his shock, the faces match, and Da-Young comprehends that he has transformed back to his younger self. The two friends sit together, and Da-Young learns from Go Deok-jin that God has given him a second chance to live life to the fullest and make everything right. At this juncture, we learn that Da-Young believes Da-Jung is content with a divorce, oblivious to how much she yearns for him. Da-Jung, in reality, is happy due to her selection for an interview at JBC News, a renowned news company in the country. The next day, Deok-jin takes Da-Young to Sarin High School for admission, the same school attended by Shia and Shi-woo. During the admission process, Deok-jin encounters Da-Young's homeroom teacher and is instantly captivated by her beauty. Moving forward, Da-Young is placed in the same class as his daughter and introduced as Woo-young. When Shia sees him, she recognizes him as the person who annoyed her at the supermarket the night before. Assuming he's following her, she confronts him on the school terrace, accompanied by two classmates. Threatening him to stay away, Shia portrays herself as a bully, surprising Woo-young. Later, noticing his son sitting alone in the cafeteria, Woo-young approaches him to provide company. However, a group of bullies led by Ja-sung, the captain of the high school basketball team, arrives, targeting Shae-woo. Unable to tolerate his son being bullied, Woo-young decides to teach Ja-sung a lesson. He challenges Ja-sung to a basketball face-off, earning admiration from fellow students for handling the situation calmly. In the subsequent scene, Woo-young smokes a cigarette in the back of the school building, only to find Shia there smoking. Disapproving of his daughter's habits, he scolds her, but Shia ignores him. When Woo-young decides to smoke, he gets caught by a teacher and is taken to the principal's office. Believing that scolding Shia might deter her from smoking, Woo-young is dismayed when the teacher resorts to beating her with a wooden support. Unable to witness the punishment, Woo-young intervenes, asking the teacher to stop. The teacher, angered by his interference, instructs both students to call their parents. Da-Jung arrives at the office and confesses that the cigarette belongs to her. When she notices Woo-Young's appearance resembling her husband's school days, she walks closer, prompting the teacher to ask her to stay away. Do-Hyun also arrives, claiming Woo-Young as his son, surprising Da-Jung. In the evening, after school, Woo-Young notices the bullies following his son to the basketball court. To his surprise, the bullies leave, and Shae-woo enters the court for practice. Woo-Young discovers his son's interest in basketball and challenges him to a face-off, fostering a friendship between them. Meanwhile, Da-Jung roams the city streets with her friend Chu. Chu suggests forgetting worries and living life to the fullest. Inspired by the suggestion, Da-Jung closes her eyes and almost gets hit by a car, but Woo-Young arrives in time to save her. He accompanies her home and expresses his desire to become a basketball player. Da-Jung advises him to stay away from smoking and work hard to achieve his dream. Following Do-Hyun's advice, Woo-Young starts exercising and avoids cigarettes and alcohol. He decides to focus on his children and help secure a bright future for them. Da-Jung recalls how Woo-Young saved her and realizes the similarity to Da-Young's actions during their school days. She visits Do-Hyun's apartment to meet the mysterious boy. And when Woo-Young appears, she compares his appearance to the young Da-Young. Do-Hyun denies any connection and claims Woo-Young as his son. To prove his claim, Do-Hyun states that Woo-Young resembles his mother, who looked like Da-Young in his school days. Da-Jung is confused and decides to call her husband for clarification. Woo-Young's phone rings, and before getting caught, he rushes out and answers the call, speaking like the old Da-Young to dispel his wife's doubts. As it starts raining, Woo-Young realizes that Shia hasn't brought an umbrella, so he buys two and leaves one for her and one for Shi-woo, feeling like the best dad in the world. The scene then shifts to Da-Jung in a shopping mall with Chu. She receives a message about her selection as an anchor for JBC. Excited about her achievement, she shares the news with Chu. Simultaneously, Woo-Young is selected for the school basketball team and invites Shi-woo to join him. Initially hesitant, Shi-woo agrees under Woo-Young's persistent encouragement. While returning home together, Da-Jung informs Shi-woo about her JBC selection. Woo-Young is genuinely happy for her, and they share a heartfelt hug. The next day, walking alone in the school hallway, Woo-Young notices a group of boys making derogatory comments about Da-Jung's age and appearance. Enraged, he confronts them, but before he can act, Shia's friend Ji-ho intervenes. The episode concludes with Woo-Young joining Ji-ho, warning the bullies to stay away from him.